Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on Sarai Sci-Fi. And today we are gonna do another series. I know I have more than one. I'm just that weird. On the War Doctor. You're hearing me slurping a lot because I slur my words a lot, just like that. We're doing the Doctor series. I review New Who. I may do Old Who if you guys suggest it in the comment section below. But nobody will because nobody cares about my videos or me. So, moving on. The War Doctor. He's not my favorite Doctor. But I feel as if, he was a very deep and philosophical character. Even though he was like how another YouTuber described him, like the neighborhood watch kind of character, like the old granny, old grandfather who's really just, uptight about things. And I kind of agree with him. I mean, you kind of really want more from this character, right? He's the guy who pretty much destroyed Gallifrey. He's done so much wrong. And the day the Doctor, which I was really looking forward to watch when I first became a Whovian, he wasn't very interesting. The movie wasn't very interesting to watch. I was just kind of disappointed, and I felt underwhelmed. The perfect word for the War Doctor isn't bad, isn't good, it's underwhelming. You just really want more from him. He was an underused character, and I felt like they could have done a lot more with him, but they didn't. And there's so many things you could explore with this character. So many, but they just decided to not. So thank you, BBC. You make me like you even less. So the War Doctor gave on to real descriptions. He was between the 8th and 9th Doctor. Doesn't that make him the 9th Doctor? Plot holes are everything, so you really can't argue with that. The War Doctor, I said before, he was underwhelming. Although his character, again, was deep on a philosophical level, where he, right after he regenerated into the 9th Doctor, he found Rose in the first episode of Series 1, Rose. So, just to think that this all happened right before Rose. It's a smart thought, I think that's cool to think about. But you could have, and the transition to that was okay. I'm saying okay a lot during this channel. It was okay. It was fine. It wasn't anything amazing. Regeneration was average. I was expecting more, but this is just Moffat for you. The War Doctor, I wish, would have actually got into the war itself, which he really didn't. Why did you focus on Zygons and not the actual War of Gallifrey itself, the Great Time War, where Daleks and Gallifreyans or Time Lords are all wiped out? Instead, you focused with Zygons on Earth. Listen, you're a Time Lord. You have a TARDIS. You can go to any time, anywhere, any place, anytime you want. You live for as long as you want, unless you regenerate too early, Theoretically, you can live for trillions of years. But instead you go do that right at the wartime you're supposed to go to. And you might say, oh yeah, but that's flawed, and you're not considering your entire century study. That's contradicting yourself. Well, no, it's not, because this entire short film is dedicated to the Time War. Again, he could have done it at another time. I understand that. But when is the question. We want to see that on screen, right? So I feel like that was the exact right designated time to do that, and you didn't. So you could have gone into the war, but you didn't. See, the War Doctor himself, with his personality, is really frustrating for me. I mean, you're bound to come in with a grumpy old grandpa eventually, right? But you could have done that with another person and made it actually funny, like Capaldi. people hate on him. I think he's legitimately funny as a grumpy old grandpa, you know? So I can tell he was a little bit depressed too, but still, you know, you could have worked that in such a better way. And when I was watching it, anticipating for him to go to the Time War, he didn't, and just regenerated and practically died. Because if you think about it, his personality, which is himself, is dead and a new person has risen. Although the same thought process, or not the same memories, it's practically a whole different person. And we only saw him for some hour and 30 minutes. So I think the best part of him is just teaming up with the fangirls' favorites, the 10 and 11th Doctor. Otherwise, everyone just doesn't, appreciate him enough. I don't either, for good reason. He was underwhelming. I don't say he's as bad as some other doctors, but like the 6th Doctor, he's not as bad as him. I really don't like Colin Baker's Doctor at all, but, I just wish you could have done more with him. That's my leaving note. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you didn't, that's okay. You can bully me in the comment section below. Make my life a lot harder than it already is. Please like and subscribe. And if you don't want to, I'm cool. That's just being a bully some more. And I will see you all in the next video. Adios.